Hi, welcome to NPA Teaching. In the last video, we studied and differentiated four basic types of functions, namely into function, on-to function, one-to-one function, and many-to-one function, along with suitable examples. Here in this video, we are going to discuss some other types of functions, namely constant function, function with one independent variable, and two or more independent variable, explicit and implicit functions, polynomial function, linear function, quadratic functions, cubic function, rational function, monotonic function, exponential function, logarithmic function, etc. Firstly, we are considering a constant function. A function whose range consists of only one element is called a constant function. It is a function whose output value is same for every input value. That means it has the same output value no matter what is your input value. Because of this, a constant function has in the form of y is equal to b, where b is the constant. That is a single value that does not change. Look at this example where the domain is equal to, that is x values minus 2, 0 and 2. But look at here on f of x, that is range, which have only same value of 2 for every input value. That means it has the same output value no matter what is your input value is. If we draw the graph with value of x on the x-axis and the value of y on the y-axis and plot the points and then join the plots to obtain the graph. If you draw the graph of constant function, then graph will be on the straight line parallel to x-axis as shown here. Next, we have a function with one independent variable. That is, if we have two variables, that is x and y, such that x is the independent variable and y is the dependent variable, where y is depending upon x, then we can say that y is the function of x. So y here is the dependent variable and x is the independent variable. For example, y is equal to 4x square plus 5x minus 2. In this example, y is the dependent variable, but if you look at the independent variable, we have only one independent variable, that is x. See here, the function of two or more independent variable. Let us consider we have a three variable, that is x, y and z. These are the three variables such that x and y are the two independent variable and z is the dependent variable. So z depending upon two independent variable, that is x and y, then we can say that z is equal to function of xy. So here xy is the two independent variables. For example, z is equal to 4x square plus 5y square minus 2xy. In this example, z is the dependent variable, where x and y are the two independent variable. So this is an example of a function with two or more independent variable. Now we have the another type of function, which is explicit and implicit function. A function is said to be explicit when a relationship between two variables, say dependent variable y, which is expressed directly in terms of independent variable, that is x. Then the relationship between x and y is called explicit function. See here the example, that is y is equal to 2x plus 3x square plus 8. Here it is explicitly defined what is our dependent variable and what is your independent variable. So y is the dependent here and x is the independent variable. Then we can say that such a function is explicit function. As against the explicit function, we have the implicit function. That is, a function is said to be implicit when relationship between variable, say dependent variable y and independent variable x, cannot be expressed directly. Then this relation is called the implicit function. For example, x square plus y square is equal to 16. Here it is not mentioned which variable, whether variable x or variable y is the dependent or independent variable. It is not explicitly defined which one is dependent variable and which one is the independent variable. Then such a function is called implicit function. Single valued and many valued function. A function such that one and only one value of y corresponding to each given value of x, then we can define y is a single valued function of x. For example, y is equal to 6x plus 3. If you put the value of x on this equation, then we will get only single value of y. Then such a function is known as single valued function. As against a single valued function, a function such that more than one value of y corresponding to the each given value of x is said to define y as a many valued or multi-valued function of x. We have a double valued function, we have a triple valued function, and we have a higher valued functions. That is, for each value of x, there corresponds more than one value of y, then y is called many valued or multi-valued function. For example, plus or minus root 16 minus x square. If you solve this equation, we will get the value of y is more than one value. Then we can say that such a function is many valued function or multi-valued function. Polynomial function. A polynomial is an expression of finite length constructed from variable and constants using only the operations of addition, subtraction, multiplication and non-negative integer exponent. Thus, polynomial function is generally in the form of f of x is equal to a0 plus a1x plus a2x square plus a3x cube plus up to an x raised to the power n, where a0, a1, a2 up to an are the coefficient and x can be any real number and all the powers of x are counting numbers just like 1, 2, 3. So polynomial function is generally following this type of format. The next one is linear function. Linear function is a first degree polynomial function of one variable. These functions are known as linear because they are precisely the function whose graph is straight line. It is generally in the form of f of x is equal to ax plus b, where a is not equal to 0, where a and b are the real numbers. For example, 3x plus 2, which is equal to 0. So in this case, the power of x is equal to 1. So such a type of function is known as a linear function. The graph of linear function is a straight line. So a linear function has a one independent variable and one dependent variable. So the independent variable is x and the dependent variable is y. So here b is the constant term or it is a y-intercept, and it is the value of dependent variable when x is equal to 0, and a is the coefficient of independent variable, and it is also the slope and give the rate of changes of dependent variable. Now we have the quadratic function. It is a second degree polynomial function of one variable and has equation which is generally in the form of f of x is equal to ax square plus bx plus c, where a is not equal to 0. So for example, 3x square plus 2x plus 2 is equal to 0. Now if you look at the graph of quadratic function is a u-shaped curve, is generally called a parabola. The sign on the coefficient a of quadratic function affect whether the graph open up or down. If the coefficient a is less than 0, then the graph make an open down, and if the coefficient a is greater than 0, then graph make an open end. One of the most important feature of parabola is that it is an extreme point which is called vertex. If the parabola open up, the vertex represent the lowest point on the graph or minimum value of the quadratic function, and if the parabola open down, the vertex represent the highest point on the graph or maximum value. So in either case, the vertex is a turning point on a graph. A cubic function. has an equation with third degree polynomial function of one variable, which is generally in the form of f of x is equal to ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d, where a is not equal to 0. This is the one of the example, that is 5x cube plus 3x square plus 2x plus 2 is equal to 0. So this is the one of the example of a cubic function. The graph of a cubic function always look like this, has a single inflection point with two critical points, which is local minimum and a local maximum points, that is two critical points are there. Now we have a rational function, a function obtained by dividing a polynomial by another polynomial is called rational function. So the term rational comes from ratio. So f of x is equal to, we have a g of x and h of x, where g of x and h of x are the two polynomial functions. For example, f of x is equal to x square plus 1 divided by x square minus 2x plus 5, where this is the one of the example of a rational because it is a ratio type, where x square minus 2x plus 5 is not equal to 0. So here a function obtained by dividing polynomial with another polynomial, then we can say that it is a rational function. Another type of function which is known as monotonic function. Broadly speaking, a function which always increase or decrease can be generally called as a monotonically increasing or decreasing function. For example, the f of x is equal to x plus 1 is a monotonically increasing function, because if you substitute the value of x, then it will be showing an increasing trend. That's meaning it is a monotonically increasing function. At the same time, the second example, that is f of x is equal to 1 by x, is a monotonically decreasing function. If you substitute the value of x, it will be decreasing. So it is a monotonically decreasing function. The next type of function is known as exponential function. The function which is generally in the form of f of x is equal to e raised to the power x, which is generally called as an exponential function, where x is the exponent and e is the base, which is any fixed number. So if f of x is equal to e raised to the x, or we can also say that f of x is equal to b raised to the x, where x is the exponent and b is the base, which is a fixed number. Now, after considering the various types of functions, just look at the applications of function in economics. There are a number of applications of functions in economics. Generally, we are using the demand function, supply function, revenue function, production function, utility function, consumption function, saving function, cost function. These are the various examples of functions which are using in the economics. See here the demand function, where QD, that is quantity demanded of a particular commodity, which is the function of price, and supply function, which is also quantity demanded of a quantity supplied, that is QS, which is the function of price, and also another function which is the revenue function, where the total revenue is the function of the quantity sold, that is X, and the price P. Similarly, we have a production function, and here the Q, that is output or production, which is the function of N, which is the land, labor, capital, and organization. Similarly, we have another function which is known as utility function, where utility is the function of X and Y, where X and Y are two commodities which is consumed or purchased for consumption. Then utility derived from these two commodity can be generally written as U is the function of X and Y. Similarly, we have the another function which is known as consumption function, that is C is equal to function of Y. That means consumption is a function of income. And we have a saving function which is also, that is S is the function of Y. That means saving is also a function of Y. That means there exists a positive relationship between saving and income. If your income is very high, then your saving is also very high. So saving is a function of income. So these are the various applications of functions in economics.